Except AMC worked something out. AMC worked a deal with SAG-AFTRA, which is pretty freaking big. And this is something that might be happening more and more, where these studios might be trying to work deals out with SAG-AFTRA before the AMPTP does.
Are they a studio?
Well, they are technically a studio, Sabrina. They technically are. Because
South Park.
Actually,
they are technically a studio.
Technically are.
Checking with the weather.
There's shows via, they call them AMC studios, they're called. They're confirmed agreements. So, and Deadline came out and broke this story, but there's 3 shows under AMC, but they're only for these 3 shows they're getting this interim agreement. But it's still The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon spinoff, which had 6 episodes. They're going to be shooting in Europe, finishing it up. You got The Walking Dead, The One Who Lives, which only have ADR left for that, but that's the whole thing with a Lincoln. What's his name? Carl's dad. What's his name? Andrew Lincoln. Yeah, it's his spinoff. So they're gonna do his. That comes out in 2024, and then the Interview with the Vampire as well, which they're shooting in Prague. Apparently, they're giving an interim agreement for that as well. So those 3 AMC productions can move forward. It's not a blanket thing. It won't go for all AMC projects, but it's baby steps, because these are still huge productions that are moving forward now and able to work a deal and agree to this interim agreement across the board and say, hey, we're cool with this. Let's get our shows going. Let's finish them up so they can actually air in time when they're supposed to. So if big productions come forward, or studios like AMC keep doing this, it might help the other ones like Disney and Fox and Universal and Warner Brothers all come forward and actually work this out, because it needs to happen. Now these are, they're pretty big shows. So for me, I'm like, this is a good sign moving forward. Honestly, it is. But for me also, I'm like, AMC is doing this. I'm surprised they gave this out there. There's so many productions. I had a friend actually call me up today and was asking me about like how I get this agreement to go through, because there's so many. There's like hundreds and hundreds of, if not thousands of projects trying to move forward, and they're independent and they can't get greenlit, but something like AMC does. So it is good for the overall thing. But I think if you're really trying to push it as being a big thing for independent people, help those independent people out. Don't let them sit back and have to wait, because people lose funding constantly and they can't get their project made because they can't get this approved, and they're trying to do everything right that they've been told they can do to make a project come into fruition. So, but I think it's still cool. I think it could help, it could help push the producers. But overall, I was kind of surprised when I heard this. I really was. Spencer, are you surprised this happened? Do you think this is a good thing for the strike? Or do you think that this is the wrong move for SAG-AFTRA to be doing something like this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm happy that people will have jobs, amidst all this shit. So it's nice that crews can actually get back to work under certain requirements and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like it kind of just taints the pool a little bit, kind of makes the problem a little bit bigger. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I hated this show.
Is that a spin-off of The Walking fucking Dead?
No, this is the one that's not Walking Dead. Interview with the Vampire.
I was like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
I see that. I'm just confused as to why they did spin-offs.
Yeah, 2 Walking Dead, one not spin-off. That got approved.
The show's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's trying to be Brad Pitt back there, isn't he? He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying.
I think he's...
Is he technically Tom Cruise's character?
Tom Cruise's character, yeah.
He does give a Brad Pitt vibe, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. But he does look very Brad Pitt. Whatever.
I didn't watch that show. It's not good, huh?
I didn't love it. He said, bruh. He said the main guy, he got in a fight with another guy, and he said, bruh, and I was like, click.
I'm done.
I was like, I didn't say that. They didn't say that in 1880. That's not how that works.
No period piece.
No way that went down.
But no, I don't know. I'm on the line. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm torn on it too, because it does kind of be like, well, is this good for the strike? I mean, it's good for jobs, like you're saying, but is it good for the big
small
idea?
Group of people.
Yeah, but not like the large amount that, like, there's still a lot of actors that are like, we will not actually work on these agreements as it is, because it's counteractive against the strike.
Exactly.
Solidarity. Hence why we got in so many emails like them trying to like justify it. The union is trying to justify it, which I get. There's a lot of good that can happen, but it's also it's a really fine line if you ask me.
Against the cause,
Yeah. It's tough. Like you're working, but no one else is working, because we're like, we gotta get better deals.
None of this is shooting in America. So
no, it's not. Prague, Europe. The ADR might be happening here for The Walking Dead. The Andrew Lincoln one.
ADR, great. Thank you.
But that's about, that's about it. So I don't know. Sabrina, so what do you think? You think this is bad for the business, or you think this might be good for small people, or maybe everybody?
I really don't see the point. Like, why? And also, if you're going to continue shooting things, does that mean there's no writers on set that are going to like fucking fix shit that's wrong, or like, go through changes, or like, are there no actors that are going to fuck up a line and they're going to be like, oh, we'll just change that in the script, because that's writing. So if you're punching something up, or you're switching a scene, or you're doing, anything that's not exactly as it was written, that's writing. So I don't know how you're supposed to continue production on a show as big as, an AMC production, which, I don't, it boggles my mind. I don't, also just, let's write out.
Look at Carol.
Out, what?
Look at Carol. She's so happy.
Who the fuck is Carol?
That's Carol.
You mean
I'd be happy if I was on Norman Reedus's motorcycle too.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is either. I'm going to be
Carol Dixon, Sabrina.
First of all, The Walking Dead can fuck itself, along with the 38,000 fucking spinoffs. Okay, personally, not my thing, and I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, not my show.
I don't give a shit about it.
Rachel,
for me.
Rachel, you watched a lot of this, though, didn't you? What do you think about this moving forward?
Not. I gave up on Walking Dead in season 3, so I've been out of it for a minute. But as far as it pertains to like the strike, what I think the bigger studios need to look at is if these smaller studios are able to pay what the actors are asking for, why can't they? I think that's the big question that's going to come from getting these smaller studio deals.
That's what they
kind of
hope
counterintuitive, but at least the discussion is happening. People are talking about it, so hopefully it goes somewhere. Will it? Who knows?
I feel like SAG's fucking WGA on this, man.
That's the thing too.
How it feels. Yeah.
It kind of feels like, especially since they had the whole thing released where they're like, these interim agreements will not approve any kind of WGA scripted projects. These are definitely WGA scripted projects.
Like, is there a thing where they're like, okay, well, we promise we're not going to do anything that's not written, and like that's because SAG really should have WGA's fucking back. Like, it just seems weird.
It's weird.
I don't like it.
Writers just aren't given their credit either, like ever. I mean, this industry is big on that, like nobody knows what a grip or a gaffer does, but writers for sure, especially does. See, that's the thing. That's the second in command of both those departments. That's a pretty big position. They make sure the truck is
organized. They make sure they have all the material they need. They make sure they have all the fucking parts and the things, and they fucking that's their job is like basically taking care of the truck.
Yeah,
they're in the truck. They're behind the scenes, making sure everything is fucking there. Okay, best boy grip.
Yeah, very important.
But they do show up when shit goes awry. That motherfucker can come out and fucking do all the things. You know
That's
what I mean?
But
their job is specifically to make sure that they have everything that they need, and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be, and make sure that you can find all the things. They don't fuck around.
But I feel like also like on set.
Spencer.
Writers are you're right. But they're just writers are taken for granted. It's you're going through the day. It takes 1,000 pieces to make something happen, and then the actor's like, I don't like the line, and they're like, where's the writer at? Hey, what do you think here? Yeah, cool. All right, go back in your hole. And it's like it's not. Especially in television, sometimes I've noticed, it's just like, they're just there, and they're just like a nice person that's like, oh, hi, and you're like, what do you do here? And they're like, I'm a writer. And you're like, you're the writer. You're a writer on the show. And you're just, okay. All right. Wow.
They have you in this little corner someplace, like away from set, you know?
They'll go talk to you when they need you,
Yeah. But besides that, stay away.
I think this is it. I think this is these companies that are like, do we use them that much? Is it written already? Can we do it? And productions are like, it's wrong, but yeah, we can do it.
And everything suffers. Like the fans suffer, the business suffers.
Everything.
Like what
all
happened?
Just shits downhill,
Last writer's strike, look at the content. Like a lot of shows, they came back and they got canceled afterwards, or like those seasons sucked. They went downhill and people stopped watching them. Even if they were greenlit for another season, like people just didn't watch it because they were like, this is not. Like it's not what we were buying into before, and the quality is not there. And then all of a sudden it's like, why are we doing this?